had I applied for a journalist visa, I wouldn't have been given one. I came on a conference visa. This is happening in Pakistan. Last month I was meant to be speaking in India. I was refused a visa. And of course I did what Stephen did. By the way, Steve, he's not there yet. Is he still listening? I was looking forward to meeting up with an old friend, but...
Yes, I'm listening.
Hi, Steve. But the point is, at the end of the day, Steve is still here. He's talking to us. I was still participating in India through the same means. And it's pretty stupid of these governments to think that they can actually stop us in this manner. All they do is shoot themselves in the foot. But it goes to show how idiotic these regimes are, really, and that at the end of the day, someone needs to tell them, look, come on, get out of this, grow up. But I'll come back to the issues at hand. I mean, we look at across the subcontinent, and I think the similarities are pretty staggering. The fact that none of these countries have any respect for human rights or democracy, yet all of them espouse democracy and human rights in their rhetoric. So the gap between the rhetoric and the practice, I think, is pretty phenomenal. But I also want to express something else. I do want to tell you that it is fantastic you're able to hold an event such as this in Pakistan. The fact that there is the sort of attendance of people like this at an event like this. And had it been in Bangladesh, if we wanted to do something big, we would have called a minister. We would have the minister make a speech. We would have had some sort of fairly idiotic person speaking as a chief guest. And we would be clapping at the end of a pretty moronic speech. And that's the way it goes. And I think it is time when we ourselves begin to question the way we do things. Because in Bangladesh today, we have a regime which has come in unelected. That is the truth. Everyone knows it. Yet we are not able to question these people and say, you have no right to be here. You do not have that legitimacy. And I think it is time we began to do it. But I do have problems. I think as journalists we need to be critical of ourselves as well, because I think the media, at least in Bangladesh, has abdicated. To a large extent, the fourth estate does not play the role of the fourth estate. They have meant to play a particular role, but today, in all our countries, state media is propaganda. We know that. We accept that. We don't like it, but we recognize that, and we live with it. But the fact that private media itself today has to a large extent become spokespeople for the government is a huge problem. And I think